Ooh, that is so good. Wow. Welcome to Whiskey and SV. I'm your host Sam, and tonight I'll be reviewing the 13th Colony Double Oaked. All right, it's going to be a super exciting night for me because this is a special whiskey, and it is very hard to come by. Let me tell you a little bit about it. So, 13th Colony is a craft distillery out of Atlanta, Georgia, at least somewhere close to Atlanta, Georgia. It's like, I think, an hour or two away from there. And they really don't have a lot of production, and they're not available in California, except if you are a member of Sealbox, you can actually purchase their products every once in a while, because Sealbox has this thing that they do. I think they have a warehouse in Washington D.C., and from there they're able to ship to any states because of some loops in the uh, alcohol laws or something. Anyways, when this came out in 2023, the batch two of it came out in 2023. The price was $200, and I had no idea. I'd never heard about this distillery, and I passed on it. I didn't even bother to try to acquire one. And boy, was I wrong, because when the reviews came out, I was able to acquire a very small sample from someone, and it blew my mind. So I just had to get a bottle. Of course, by the time that I knew that it is a special bottle, it was extremely hard to come by. So I had to trade a Van Winkle Lot B, which is basically a $250 MSRP bourbon, but the secondary on it is like more like 850 for this, and a Hardens Creek. So effectively, in trade value, I paid about $625, which is a lot of money for a bourbon, and well, I think I wouldn't really want to pay cash for that, but in a trade, whatever. It's secondary trade values are all stupid anyway. Anyways, so I digress. Who cares about how much it is? Well, I kind of do, because spoiler, this is my favorite bourbon of all time. So, um, yeah. So, and there's before I go to nosing and the tasting, I should tell you that there has been some controversy about this bottle, because well, some people have been alleging that 13th Colony has been using oak extract in this, which would make it not be a straight bourbon. And of course, probably that would not be a nice thing if they did that, but they have categorically denied that. They have said, nope, there's no additives or anything. It's their own distillate that they've just, aged in two new oak barrels, and hence the crazy color on this. And I should probably read the notes on it. But anyways, my point on this is I don't really care if they did put preservative on it in it. I would probably not preservative if they put some sort of oak extract in it. Of course, I would be a little bit disappointed, but then I would be also excited, because potentially that would mean that they should be able to create lots of this at a cheap price. So if they've figured out a formula to make it taste that good, I don't care if it is some oak extract that's being added to it. Regardless, let me read what it says on here. Aged in two new bourbon barrels, this 13th Colony cask strength bourbon may well be the South's most decadent nightcap. Notes of maple smoked bacon, cream soda, orange blossom, toffee blend with maple drizzled pancakes, dry aged beef, peppercorn, and sea salted caramel in a very long finish. Well, I can tell you that they are not wrong when this is quite a decadent nightcap. Right, let's try the nose. Oh man, that is extremely sweet confectionery, but also there are these like slight sour notes to it, which are kind of like aged oak. Um, and the smoke from the charred oak is really complementary of all the sweet notes that are in there. There's a very distinct chocolate note that comes with the deep caramel. It's a very dark caramel with like chocolate mixed into it. I get like medjool dates, those like juicy ones that you can just see the syrup on. It's really an amazing nose. I would say it's the perfect bourbon nose. All right, let's try the palate. Ooh, that is so good. Wow. So the arrival on it is extremely potent. It's just like this massive, concentrated vanilla, caramel, and sweet syrupy notes coming out. But then it doesn't. It's not just sweet. There's these like slight sour and savory notes that come out, and they're very well complemented by quite a bit of baking spices that give it some uh, sort of spicy character. And that layered experience, the kind of contrast between the sweet, the little bit sourness, and the ample spicy notes is just perfect in my opinion. Um, I really wish I did not like this so much because it is extremely expensive and it's going to be very hard to get a backup. I have to say though, I do have another um, Van Winkle up there, the old Rip 10 Van Winkle, and I think I'm gonna have to give that up for one of these because um, I've tried that in a bar and it's fine. It's probably like a good Weller 107, but this thing is the experience is unmatched. You just can't get this experience anywhere else. So I think I'm not really breaking any ground on giving this review because already all the YouTubers sang the praise of this last year. Of course, I couldn't get my hands on it last year, but I'm glad that I was able to get it this year. Very big thanks to my friend that was willing to trade this so I could acquire it. So yeah, I don't know what to say. I really wish there was something else out there that was equivalent to this or close to it, but there really isn't. In fact, I did try getting another product from 13th Colony, and that was the a single barrel, barrel 140, I believe. Yeah, barrel 140. This one comes in at 65.1% ABV, and I thought like, yeah, maybe I can get like somewhat of the same experience by a single barrel that's also at cast strength. But well, first of all, if you notice, these are not the same color. Extremely different colors actually. So and it really reflects in the taste as well. I would say in the same way that one is darker than the other. The double oak is darker than the regular one. I would say the intensity of the flavors that come out of it are also the same. Don't get me wrong, this is a very very competent whiskey, and I love this bourbon. Um, it has more sort of mineral notes on the nose. It's super inviting. I mean, it kind of reminds me of um, Buffalo Trace Mash Bill 1 products, but in fact, I think I did a comparison of this with some stags the other day, and it really beat my favorite stag. I have a hazmat stag, and this really beat it. And then this on top is way better than this. So I don't know. Okay, let's. Yeah, I get a lot more like mineral notes on this. Still the same sort of confectionery notes on it as well, but definitely nowhere near as much as that. Okay, let's see the palate. Yeah, it's like a baby version of this. I mean, if you take that and probably like basically what they did, right? They took probably that and then they aged it again in another fresh oak barrel. So two trees had to die for this bourbon to exist, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, I say that pejoratively, but I mean, I'm sure that they reused the barrels for something else. But yeah, the end result speaks for itself. There is just no comparison. There's nothing else in the market that tastes like it. Even the single barrels, which are excellent, by the way, are no substitute. So sorry to say, but yeah, it is what it is. So I hope you can get to try it at a bar or something, or hopefully when Batch 3 comes out this year, it'll be a little bit more available. But don't sleep on this one. This one is a crazy experience. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the FOMO episode, but hope you tune in next time and we can share more bourbon and whiskey um, experiences. All right. See you next time.